Hello YouTube friends, Alicia here with a video of another junk journal. It's now complete. It's like a boho style junk journal. It is made from a fabric cover, and it was actually an old wall hanging found at my thrift store, so I cut it down, and that's why it's angled like this. It's not, I didn't do that. It wasn't cut straight for the wall hanging, but I just went with it. And there's seashells sewn on and charms and tassels and beads and stuff. And so the only thing I did for the cover is I had to shorten it, so I just added some pale green, like pastel green seam binding. It was vintage, and I just sewed it on front and back. And then for the closure, it's a tie closure with some more vintage seam binding. My hands are all inky because I literally just finished this, and the ink didn't want to come off. Oh, here you can see the beads. That's the inside, and this is a journal for me. Leftover paper, I just glued a printable on. These were all free printables except for the Tsunami Rose printables, I believe. This was Happy Mail. I used that. This is Tsunami Rose, and they are backed, oops, I'm not in camera, backed on coffee dye paper. There's some washi tape. This flips out, and there's pockets. I did some stenciling, and this is a pocket. I did stenciling to cover up terrible stamping. I got really frustrated with my stamps. My stays on ink, I don't know, the pad seems to be having issues. I tried to re-ink it, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know if the cover's not sealing properly and it's just drying out or what, but anyways, that's Tsunami Rose ephemera that I shrunk down. That's an altered Rolodex card that I made. Tag I made. Vintage recipe book. The paper is K & Company. I don't know. I wish I had a better way to display my journals. Oh well, I guess that is what it is. These are embellishments I made. These pockets are for my Cricut, and then this is a Sizzix die, maybe? I don't know. It's one of the old dies that's red, like backed in plastic and red, so I got that. That's another tag I made. Stamping in the corner. Most of my stamping went terribly wrong. A couple times the stamp slipped, and a couple times it didn't take the ink and whatever. It's another beautiful printable. There's nothing in that envelope. More Tsunami Rose. It opens up. I did not coffee dye any of the scrapbooking paper, partially because I was lazy and partially because I didn't want it dyed. I'm trying to use up things in my stash, and so I used this doesn't open, it's just double-sided. I used different papers that I had coffee dyed already, but I didn't coffee dye anything for this book. That's another Rolodex card I altered. The stamping came through here, but that's okay. So this is why I started the stenciling, because my stamping wasn't turning out great, and I don't know, adding the stenciling over it seemed to help. This is done on photo paper. And then that's another image. That's an AliExpress die. I added pencil crayon to that stamp. These are from an antique book that I have. I made copies of them and then just backed them onto cardstock. Oh, this is the center of the signature. I forgot to glue it. I was gonna punch a tab here so that it's a huge pocket, but yeah, that's what I did for both signatures. It's 2 signatures. This one has stenciling all over. I really like that stencil. It was a swap I did with someone. Another Rolodex card I altered. Printable. And this opens up. This is paper I had coffee dyed already. Some more free printables. I just inked the edges. These ones aren't backed, some of them are. This die cut again. I literally used what I had on my table. So I had shown that I made a bunch of embellishments, so I figured I may as well use them. So that's why it's kind of random. A stamp, no bird soars too high if he soars with his own wings. They're printable. I can't remember who these printables are by, so I'm not going to say. Stamping that didn't turn out terrible. But the only stamp that I stamped that didn't turn out terrible. This is a pocket. I didn't bother with the belly bands. Very honestly, I don't find that unless you have something on the bottom to catch anything, that belly bands hold things in very well. I find that everything slides at the bottom, so I did that instead. This is my favorite paper, I think. It reminds me of a book that I had when I was a kid. This isn't a pocket. I wanted to be able to see the recipes. So I just did that. This is tracing paper. More of that stenciling. Some glitter washi. So there's tons of room in here for journaling and pictures and whatever. I'm discovering that even though I don't super embellish my journals, I do really like to add pictures to my journals. So, and I like to keep receipts and stuff. So I have lots of pockets in this one. This is just the cut off and Tsunami Rose. These are backed. And within I guess the next couple weeks, I'll probably start using this journal. So this one, this page I kind of really messed up. There's the flowering. I really like it, but it's because I messed it up and I just kept going. So I do like the blue and the black together. For the stenciling. Little star. It's backed on coffee dyed paper. I just cut a bunch of these pockets out using a template for my Cricut. My Cricut won't cut like tissue paper, but not tissue paper, but it's old pad liner paper is what it is. Another embellishment that I made. Some old cards that I had in my stash. Get moving a little bit faster here. This is another tag I made. This one is glued down. This is another pocket. Another tag. Another pocket, sorry. with some tags. I like mason jars. And it's an envelope. There's nothing in it. I just added a Tsunami Rose printable. These printables are on photo paper. Another tag. A little pocket from Tsunami Rose stuff. So there's tons of tags. Like I said, I was just going through and using things up, and I'll use them to add pictures to or to journal on. More stenciling in the corner and stamping. More stenciling. Center of the signature. This is just another tag. Yeah, I think it's just glued together. So it's double-sided. Another tag that I've created. I like these tags. This is colored pencil, and then of course I just did some seam binding and a crochet flower. More colored pencil on my stamping. That's just an envelope, there's nothing in it. The back side of the envelope. Some extra paper. Another envelope I made with, no, this isn't Tsunami Rose. This is another free printable, I think. Bird stamping. Another tag. Oops, and then a booklet. I think these are from like Let's Go Make Something. Well, I know it's from Let's Go Make Something or something to that effect. They're free printables. I'm actually having trouble getting their printables to print properly, but some of it I just used anyways, and some of it I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. More stenciling and stamping. This is a tag I made years ago. Another stamping. I've added pencil crayon to them, so that's why there's random pops of color. There's an envelope that I stamped, decorated with the tag. Cut for my Cricut. And that is the back page and the back of the book. And that is my book. Like I said, any questions, or like I always say, any questions or comments, leave them below. I will get back to you. And now I think I'm going to try and practice some stamping so that instead of stamping directly on the pages, which never seems to work well for me, I can just cut out the stamps images that I want and add them to the pages. Anyways, thank you for watching.